going to do how to use the properties props, which is the shortcut for properties, the item property. So we're going to use components, and then yeah, I'm going to use the same project. So I want to display a profile here. You can see this one is still the same, it's the one that I showed you. Then still I want to do this, so I'm going to use this menu and then the profile. So we're going to create a new, let's create a new component, a new variable, const. I'm going to call it user info. So this user info is going to have properties inside, which we call, it's an array, which we can call them objects. So the first one is a name, then we give it a name, then we can have the second one is a surname. So you can create as many properties you want. Then age, nationality, and province, Limpopo, and then race, say black. So yeah, so now we have a list of properties. Now should have made use of the semicolon. Don't use the equal sign, we're using the semicolon. I forgot. Semicolon. So yeah, now you can have your list like this. So it's going to display here. So let's continue now. We want this profile component to receive a prop meaning property. So we're going to assign a new property in here. I'm gonna call it props. You can give it any name that you want. You can give it whatever you want to give it, so that when we say here, we know this function now received an argument called props. So you can create any, you can name it as anyhow you want. So now let's go and say we want to pass this array inside here. We want to pass it inside here. So now we're going to go to profile and say profile. We can say props, then equals to, then user info. So make sure you use these props, and then it's here. The name must be the same. So this name must appear on here again. So if you go here and declare something different, it won't work. If you go here and say you're changing this and say this, so it won't work. So meaning you must have the right name in there. So yeah, so this is props equals to user function. Now we can receive this data. We can go ahead and test it and say console.log props, and log it. Then we say we want to see what's displaying here on the console. Then you can see we have profile here. These are objects that we have, age, blah, 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 blah. So now we are able to access this object. And then let me just do this for in case I want to see the object. Now I'm going to stretch this, and now we can go and say, okay, we want to say hi, then we call what? The property name dot name. We call the property name, then we save. You see it says hi Tyson, and then now we can say hi Tyson, and then we can say your surname, props dot surname, and now I'm gonna display surname, and then we can add we can cut this and then add it inside here as a description, then have it there as a description, have it there as a description. Too long, let me cut it just here. Have this as a description, then we can say these props.dsc, so we can have them like this. Can save all. Now that the description is there, this one is not right. Same name, then you can go ahead and add dot age, then nationality, blah blah, all of those properties you can add them. So this is the only thing that I wanted to show you, how to paste data. I did it when I did the forms, just that maybe you didn't understand why we have to pass something like this on there. So these are form properties, so we all know how to do the form. When your form, you have to receive the arguments. So this is how you can use the properties from this array. You can display them on the next page. So thank you so much. More videos are coming.